El Shome'ah Ni'aka, God who hears the groan. You hear the groan of the afflicted when I am mocked and scorned, and my voice is faint. You listen with covenant compassion. Yehovah Elohi El Shome'ah Ni'aka. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Please fill me and lead me, and cover me, and stir me, and speak through me with your Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness and humility to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema. Listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts and mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hen, behold, now, behold. Job chapter 30. But now those younger than I hold me in derision, men whose fathers I wouldn't even have put with the dogs that guarded my sheep. What use to me was the strength in their hands? All their vigor had left them, worn out by want and hunger. They gnaw the dry ground in the gloom of waste and desolation. They pluck saltwort and bitter leaves, these with broom tree roots and their food. They are driven away from society, with men shouting after them as after a thief, to live in gullies and wadis, in holes in the ground and caves in the rock. Among the bushes they howl like beasts and hustle among the nettles. Irresponsible nobodies driven from the land. Now I have become their song. Yes, I am a byword with them. They loathe me. They stand aloof from me. They don't hesitate to spit in my face. For God has loosened my bowstring and humbled me. They throw off restraint in my presence at my right and street urchins attack, pushing me from place to place, besieging me from their ways of destruction, breaking up my path, furthering my calamity, even those who have no one to help them. They move in as through a wide gap. Amid the ruin they roll on in waves. Terrors tumble over me, chasing my honor away like the wind. My hope of salvation passes like a cloud. So now my life is ebbing away. Days of grief have seized me. At night pain pierces me to the bone, so that I never rest. My clothes are disfigured by the force of my disease. They choke me like the collar of my coat. God has thrown me into the mud. I have become like dust and ashes. I call out to you, God, but you don't answer me. I stand up to plead, but you just look at me. You have turned cruelly against me. With your powerful hand, you keep persecuting me. You snatch me up on the wind and make me ride it. You toss me about in the tempest, for I know that you will bring me to death and the house assigned to everyone living. Surely God wouldn't strike at a ruin if in one's calamity one cried out to him for help. Didn't I weep for those who were in trouble? Didn't I grieve for the needy? Yet when I hoped for good, what came was bad. When I expected light, what came was darkness. My insides are in turmoil. They can't find rest. Days of misery confront me. I go about in sunless gloom. I rise in the assembly and cry for help. I have become a brother to jackals and companions to ostriches. My skin is black and falling off me, and my bones are burning with heat. So my lyre is tuned for mourning, my pipe with the voice of those who weep. How can we learn to love our Creator? After reading this depressing 30th chapter of Job, we can love Yehovah by crying out to Him honestly in seasons of humiliation. Love Yehovah by trusting that He hears even the groans too deep for words. Love Yehovah by refusing to let bitterness replace desperate trust. How can we love our neighbors as Yeshua loves us? By dignifying the groaning of others, refusing to mock their pain or explain it away. How can we bear one another's burdens? By standing with those who feel abandoned and mocked, becoming a voice of covenant compassion. What are the top 3 fruits of the Spirit found? 1. Patience. Job endures mocking without cursing Yehovah. 2. Faithfulness. He continues to cry to Yehovah, refusing to sever the relationship. 3. Gentleness. Job speaks of his agony without reviling Yehovah or reviling Yehovah or seeking vengeance. What is the Hebrew word that encapsulates this chapter? Ni'akah, groaning, sigh, deep cry of pain. Reference: Job 30 verse 28 anchor sentence. Ni'akah captures the soul deep groaning of Job, once honored, now mocked and crushed, crying out in raw humanity before Yehovah. What is the Sefer insight? Ni'akah, amplified meaning. Groaning is life's cry carried through time, seeking divine breath to restore. How can we find Yeshua in the scriptures? Job 30 verses 9 and 10. They mock me. Foreshadows Yeshua being scorned and mocked on the cross. Job 30 verses 16 and 17. My soul is poured out. Mirrors Gethsemane's cry of anguish. Job 30 verse 20. I cry out to you, but you do not answer. Anticipates Messiah's cry. My God, why have you forsaken me? Yeshua enters Job's Ni'akah, bearing the full groan of creation to redeem it. Mitzvah response might look like this. Mitzvah. Exodus 20 verses 22 and 23. If they cry out to me, I will surely hear their cry. A response might look like this. I will open my heart to hear and honor the groans of the afflicted today, knowing Yehovah hears them with covenant love. Hebrew declaration. Ni'akati oli lefanaka bechesecha shamihni vehoshiani, meaning, my groan rises before you. In your covenant love, hear me and save me. We'll end this Friday night Shabbat with the Aaronic blessing using the name. Yehovah will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehovah will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehovah will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and set in place all you need to be whole and complete. Shabbat shalom, shalom, shalom.